Time to record some more audio. Here we go. So, you know, just hacking away. It's a bit of a different computer model than we've seen elsewhere. So yeah, when all the doors open, you immediately have to expect
My exit open, Ricardo.
Wait a minute.
Ricardo, is my exit clear?
Jesus, it's shut. It won't move. What are you...
Yeah.
Ricardo, fix it.
Oh, God.
I saw the replay working on it.
Not surprisingly, it comes directly out of the defense. It was nice that it was polite enough to wait for them to finish talking, though. Now, thankfully, I'm under the table, and it's far too tall to see me down here, so it really can't do too much. There's actually basically literally no way it can get me down here at all, so I'm basically completely safe as long as I don't move. However, I do believe that my current objective is, in fact, to escape the server room, not stay hidden under the desk in the server room indefinitely.
I need more time.
I don't have more time.
Actually, you do. You can literally wait permanently. Gotta be a little careful using the motion tracker, just in case it actually hears me.
Okay, I got it. Get out, Ripley, now.
So yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. Can't take that actual sensor. Doesn't let you walk away until you excuse the pop-up, so that's a thing. And I don't think that we need to worry too much more, because it doesn't seem very interested. So yeah, we're basically out now. You can even save. I don't think I ever actually get burned by my desire to save. I've definitely heard other people in their playthroughs talking about like running up to the save point and then getting stabbed in the back, but I have yet to have that happen. Generally, I'm not trying to save when I know for sure the alien's after me, so. Now, do I solve this little miniature puzzle here, or do I die first? I'm not sure. I scare all the insects away from the corpse, that's for sure. So, yeah, I think I screwed that up. Let's try that again. Let's press the correct buttons this time. No power, there's the... Pretty simple. That's obviously not the entire puzzle. That wouldn't be a puzzle. That would be button pressing. So the puzzle part comes with the realization that the door here now has no power. However, you can now remove this thing, which was not an option before. And so that should, in theory, let us get around back to this door. Should we want to do that? So we're thinking for a minute here, and then we realize, could probably go back over here and interact with this thing again, because we don't really need air filtration anymore, strictly speaking. Although we did just happen to notice unlooted stuff, so we should probably fix that problem first. Oh yes, ID tags, fantastic. You can't, other than quietening down slightly. Okay, so... Oh, have I not figured it out yet? Yeah. Yeah, maybe not. There we go. Figured it out right now. So... Here we go. Man, I thought I was clever about this last time, but it took me a while to figure it out. And we still are really terrible at using the controls properly. Okay, there we go. So now we can't get over here. But at the same time, we don't need to go that way anymore because we unlocked a previously locked door. This entire area could be extremely dangerous, but the alien doesn't seem to want to play with me anymore. At least not right now. And look at that. We've gotten access to a somewhat secret area. Secret's probably not the right word. It's pretty obvious that it exists. Locked. Somewhat difficult to get to area. I'm getting slightly better at these puzzles now, as you're about to witness. Once I figure out that it's actually the way I think it is. There is a key card there. I don't think I ever find out what that key card is for. Which probably sort of defeats the purpose of finding it, honestly. But I do get a key card. There's no question about that. I didn't realize that I didn't use the flamethrower for such a long time. Like, I had it forever, and I even die a couple times without using it. Probably because I don't realize that it works still. Also, one of the trailers for this game kind of talks about the alien, like, kind of outsmarting the use of your gadgets if you use them too much.
How did you open it back up? I had to suppress the alert. It was the only way to get Ripley out. You let it out? We had it locked down, and you let it out? Ripley, it's still on your tail.
Where should I go?
Take the elevator to Gemini Labs. If it follows, we can still trap it there.
Gemini Labs, yeah.
Ripley, Ricardo, we can't let it escape again, no matter what.
So there's a little bit of foreshadowing for you, given that I just narrowly escaped being trapped with it indefinitely, and yet he just said that. Yeah, so there's not really a whole lot to this next bit. I'm just traveling, really. This is a slightly more efficient way, I think, of getting back to the lobby. All these doors used to be locked, of course. I'm having a little bit of an issue here because I'm confused. The fact that they've opened all this up now is a bit weird. I'm not really used to it, just because before I had to like go around the long way essentially all the time to get to these different areas. Let's see what I do here. Right now, when I'm not playing, I have a very good mental map of what this area looks like, but maybe when I was playing, I didn't. When you're playing, you have like a lot of other stuff going on, so your pathing ability might not be the greatest. Yeah, okay, this is fine.
Keep hearing noises. I'm not afraid to use this. Keep walking. Just keep walking.
So I do keep walking.
I'm not going to give you another chance.
Apparently I didn't get far enough because she just shot at me. Also, that's not a good idea, doing that. It's part of the reason why I'm mostly annoyed, actually, is just because she just shot a gun. Yeah. And I'm running, of course. You have to have different strategies for aliens than you do for people. I think the alien just dealt with her right there. Yeah, you can hear it screaming vaguely off in the distance. Normally, I think they play that swearing effect there for the benefit of people who are about to get eaten, but actually it's not going after me, game. Don't worry about it. Well, I could see her being slightly upset. She was just shot at multiple times by someone with a shotgun. Could have easily been pretty fatal. Yeah, there was something weird about like the elevator not really being where I thought it was.
God!
Yeah, he's killing other people. Because it looks basically like the elevator is in the wall shaft here.
Shit!
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's screaming there. I don't think it saw me. It was just continuing to yell at the various armed people who were in that room. Who knows? I mean, that whole section could have been. Ooh, I see Jason. That whole section could have been meant for you to have to like actually sneak by. I just failed, but happened to not get shot. I mean, people with shotguns are pretty seriously dangerous. Although they don't actually let you have the shotgun this early on, even if those people die. The shotgun, like every other weapon, is explicitly given to you. You can't just pick it up off someone. Even if you manage to kill them before you were supposed to. And I think this... Yeah, this is it still. Oh, I know where it is now. Okay. I think I figured it out here. The problem with the map sometimes is it's two-dimensional. It doesn't show all the floors. So the obvious problem with that being that sometimes the place it tells you to go is actually directly above where you think you need to be. I maybe haven't actually figured it out yet. Oh, that's okay. We're about to get the first alien flamethrower of the game. Getting multiple achievements for that, apparently. Not that it's particularly achievement worthy. That's okay. The game was obviously very impressed by my ability to press the left mouse button in the direction of the alien. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the flamethrower in this game, actually. I'm a fan of it in the sense that it's like an easy make the alien run away tool, but I feel like it's a little too strong, and they might give you a bit too much ammunition for it. Maybe that's fixed by the last difficulty in the game that I think you have to unlock. In this difficulty, I felt like I had too much resources with it. I felt almost like a lot of times I was dying because I just would choose not to use it immediately, even when I could have. What was the password there? 4482 or something like that. His tail was sticking straight out there. It's pretty funny. That was actually relatively sneaky of me for a change. I think he actually does a relatively good job of finding me here multiple times. Which is pretty good, because sometimes he's a bit of a dink as far as it comes to like tracking me down, but other times he's pretty amazing. Which I mean kind of makes sense. If he's got like any kind of sense of smell at all, you'd think he'd be pretty good at tracking you down. Yeah, so I'm of the opinion here that I'm pretty sure they record everything that you talk to anyone or read anything about in the game. Now there are advantages and disadvantages of that. Advantage being like you don't have to memorize anything really, and you can always go back here and check up on stuff. Disadvantage being that the amount of stuff that you end up looking through definitely adds up. So over time, you end up with a whole lot of different logs, and that means there's quite a bit to scroll through to actually find the thing you're looking for. What am I doing here? Oh, this is awkward. I don't remember doing this at all. So I paused the game and left the video running. I must not have been away for very long, because if I was, I would hopefully have turned the video off in the meantime. Oh dear, I'm going to have to edit this out if it's more than a couple more seconds. Because normally I turn the video off at these points and then just splice the video together afterwards, and it's totally fine, and that way there's no weird forced edit parts in the videos, if that makes sense. So this is strange. Oh, okay, well, it wasn't that long. I might just leave it in because I managed to talk the whole time about random stuff that's not very interesting. And look at that, 78789. I don't think that was actually the right one, though. What am I doing? Oh. Okay, it's at the bottom, weirdly. See, that's what I mean. There's so many things to scroll through, and all the entries are still there, even if they haven't been found yet, so... Okay, I was kind of close. 4482 is kind of close to 0482. obviously. It's weird that it gives you the collect button though. The containers still locked. This is also probably the worst minigame because it's so pointlessly easy. Yeah. Now we gotta start making stuff because we got way too much loot. Molotov. Molotovs take a lot of gear. But they are, assuming you can hit and not light yourself on fire, quite effective against all the enemies in the game. Interested in the EMP mine, and the Molotov doesn't really share that many parts. So this is actually a pretty good one to get into just because of the upgraded blueprint as well. Probably could have saved myself some resources there as well, overall. But whatever. Removal of transit. As
requested, I've resubmitted my report for the removal of the transit system for use elsewhere, once Sebastopol's been closed off. I still don't see how it's possible. I know Seegson is trying to recoup as much investment as he can on this place, but the thing is trashed. Junctions have rusted through, major safety protocols have been ignored for years. It's a wreck. Nothing short of a miracle has stopped it killing off half the population.
Yeah, so the station's not doing too great, which is kind of sad because it's kind of cool looking, but not yeah. So this is the lady we met earlier. She has shotgun shells. She died horribly because of the alien. She does not have her shotgun anymore. Oh, and look at her face. Like, burned her face right off. Anyways, so yeah, that's a thing. I'm a little upset here because she definitely did have a shotgun. She did shoot it at me. I really wanted the shotgun, and I can't have it now because of the game deciding. Yeah, I'm gonna talk over this guy because we've heard this like 3 times now.
Collect Claire, pick up the cat.
Yeah, so I at least figured out by now where I'm supposed to go. Figured out that the map is not the greatest and doesn't tell you that you need to go to above places certain times.
Something in his coat. I think it was a gun. He just looked right through me.
This guy also kind of similar treatment.
Don't tell them where you're going.
An alien.
I'll meet you as soon as I can.
Yeah, but here's the elevator. Didn't actually work previously. Yeah, obviously it was here the whole time, but it wasn't accessible during the earlier parts of the game when I die lots to humans shooting me with revolvers. Don't think they had shotguns. Wouldn't have mattered anyways, even if you take them out. They would not give you one.
I'm in Gemini, Waits.
We need that whole facility powered up. There's a freight elevator you'll need to take, but ever since Seegson pulled funding from Gemini, it's been out of action.
Yeah, so Gemini is actually a pretty cool facility. Just in the the art style, it's one of my favorite areas in the game. I think, at least some parts of it. The actual enemy and gameplay design in it is not the greatest in my opinion, but I really like the art style of the area.
You look
Like
like
this
you're
area
moving
itself is
now.
pretty neat. I don't think I ever figured out how to get into that room there on the left. It probably doesn't really matter. Yeah, so she's one of the AI who just doesn't really care anymore.
Find the control terminal they left for the synthetic.
Yeah, so the left there was a plasma torch place, so I'd probably just never go back here.
Do it quietly.
Yeah, this is a cool area. You get a little blast of cleaning whatever stuff there. This area looks pretty cool.
Seegson's been trying to sell that whole outfit for years. So
I like the vents in this area. They have a different art direction for whatever reason.
Okay, enough talk now, Waits.
The fact that the lab's kind of flooded is a bit unexpected, but also interesting. Maybe there was a fire here at some point and it got suppressed, and then that damaged everything. it just leaves some interesting history. Kind of looks like it was not just there because a video game designer thought it should be. It almost looks like semi-functional. So meet Mr. Security Camera. He chirps at you when he sees you. The alien likes it when he chirps at you. The alien will come and visit you when he chirps. Just getting all the gear here. Unfortunately, I was sticking out a little bit, I think, from that corner of my character model, so I didn't actually hide. Thankfully, this is here. So we get to listen to the alien breathe heavily for a while. If I remember correctly, this area in general doesn't go that great. Probably my fault. I feel like this particular area isn't actually that hard. There's like a little difficulty spike near the door, as is the case in this game a lot of the time. He kind of walks off pretty quickly most of the time here, though, so I think I can get out of here relatively quickly unless I'm being too much of a scaredy cat. You can kind of also weirdly see the camera reflect off the shelf, the inner part of the shelf. Yes. And it saw me again, so back we go. Yeah, so the alien's kind of using the security system, which is awesome. Because look at that. He was way over there, one little chirp, and he's right back patrolling right in front of me again, here again. So he's either reacting to the noise, or he is actually intelligent enough to understand what the security camera is and that it has a purpose that can help him. And we're getting down to the last little part of this set here. So the reflection of the camera's gone. So now we're using that to know when the camera's on the back of this thing, so we can actually get out safely and not have the alien come back again for the third time. And so yeah, here we go. Plasma torch. This has been a long time coming. Apparently the first time we got it, it was like a single-use dealio. And thankfully you can generally turn these cameras off. So we do that here. Now, of course the tricky part with having a cutting tool is the fact that cutting tools are not super quiet. Now I'm currently have my revolver equipped, which might come to bite me, we'll see. You can already hear it moving around. So it just dropped out. Right there. And we're dead. So that went pretty terribly. But we have a good idea of what that area is about now, right? So you have the camera, you have the plasma torch upgrade, you have the plasma torch being needed to use on the wall there. So that's basically what, from the gameplay's designer's perspective, the whole point of the area. Yeah, so we just have to find a way to get around all that without getting murdered by the alien. Which I feel like might happen this time. I definitely don't do this part, redo this part that much. There's a part coming up that I might have to edit down because it's pretty ridiculous how many times I die without accomplishing very anything. I'm also, I don't know why I did that. I'm also kind of a fan of not editing unless absolutely necessary, just to give people an idea of what the game's actually like. Like, if there are frustrating parts where you have to retry a couple of times, making that obvious. Yeah, we pretty quickly figure out that's not where we were supposed to go. For some reason, I felt like that area up there was like the wrong floor or whatever. Maybe the save point wasn't where I thought it was. That's okay, we get to see this kind of interesting camera view of the level. They've done some filters on it and such to make it look a little different. Yeah, so hopefully next time we will be able to get through that area. And if not, we'll die in an amusing way, so it'll be fine. And that's it.